Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Seattle.
The Seahawks take over. First and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Wilson into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
First down, Miami.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on first and 10. Tua going to throw. And he finds Howard complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the Seahawks' 22-yard line.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. On third down, Wilson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Throwing again. Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Fix the score. Seahawks 7, Dolphins nothing. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
5-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brought down at the 26.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. His throw incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Going deep here for Parker. And some room to work. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge. Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do? You got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. A good position to be in here. 2nd and inches. From the gun, it's Tua. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And Wilson has it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 7.
It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And the Dolphin first down.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
On second down now, it's Carson, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. At the second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a first down.
First down, Miami.
On first down, Tagovailoa. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Touchdown,
From 10 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback, because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that, because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
Intercepted by
They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Hard to forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your...
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because it's still...
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki on the pass from Tua Tagovailoa. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 79 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
But the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A game there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. This is caught at the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 37 yards.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. That's complete right around the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing again here, Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Tua, a final shot before half. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Tua now on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Carson. And he'll get this down only to the 18. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Russell Wilson.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And Myers able to knock it through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 21-yard line.
Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Buying time to his and a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 3rd down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of it.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play that time for the Seahawks. And even 50 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
1st down, Dolphins.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Tua sets up to pass it. And my goodness, another interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
2nd and 3 at the 21-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This is Carson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Second and 10. Wilson now off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
He'll find Delore out of the backfield. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy